Well, you know, that's the thing with cars. There's always something. Always something. So, for today, what I'm going to try to do is figure out what this high-pitched whistling is. The easy thought is that whistling could come from one of the belts or something like that. But I've dealt with something kind of similar before where I heard this whistling sound. What I also notice is that under power, the sound kind of goes away. What I'm thinking is it might be the oil filter, something dealing with the oil filter housing. Specifically, this could happen if there's a hole in the oil filter or if it's collapsed in essence, so it makes that kind of sound. So I'm going to start off by taking off the oil filter cover, seeing how it looks, and then going from there. The sound in general sounds like it's coming from here, just this general area. I'm going to start with the easy fix and see what happens. So in essence, when the oil filter itself has collapsed or there's a hole in it, a tear, that type of thing, it makes that sound. So what I've got here is I've got a replacement oil filter, as well as the cap, essentially the wrench cap that needs to be used to take it off. So I just picked this up at AutoZone. As far as this is an E90, and as far as the 330, same with the 325 and the 328, uses the same filter. This one is a S175XL. That's the filter itself. All right, so got it in here, right? And then it's just a matter of taking it off. You'll want to get a rag. It could drain down on the accessory belts. There is going to be some leakage here as I haven't drained the oil entirely. So there we go. I'm not seeing this one. It's not collapsed or anything like that, but it doesn't mean there's not a tear of some sort. I'm going to replace it anyway since I had this extra one here, and see if it makes that sound go away. Now, in order to make sure you do this properly, there's essentially three pieces, right? There's the O-ring at the bottom here. That's one that needs to be replaced. Two, you see the little green one there. And three, the actual filter itself. So I'm going to remove each of those, and there will be a replacement one in the box. Before I do though, let me confirm that I have everything. So I have the oil filter here. Inside the box, let's see what we have. We've got, we have the O-ring to replace this one here. And we have that little one, the little red O-ring here to replace the green one. In addition, there's a crush washer, but I'm not changing the oil and all of that, so that doesn't matter here. All right, so there we have it on. You've got the red O-ring around here. You've got the new red one here, and this is the new oil filter. Now, it's just a matter of putting it back on the car, getting it back in there. The nice part is that there's some oil in here already. I would normally recommend, pouring a little bit on this, and in fact I will, just so that there's not any long period of time where the car has to go without oil. So the torque specs for the oil filter is 25 Newton meters. That's 18 pound-feet. So throw the spec on, get your torque wrench, and 18 pound-feet or 25 Newton meters. All right, you'll see the washer start seating in there, and just keep on going until 25 Newton meters or 18 pound-feet. There we go. All right, so with that being the case, time to clean up and see what happens. Now, do make sure, you clean this area up really well. You have some important things down here. I mean, you have your alternator, you have your accessory belts very nearby, so you don't want any of the oil from the oil filter housing during this change getting down there. I'm just gonna make sure, just extra sure, that's the case, because you could just really walk from one problem into another, maybe even a bigger one. Okay, with everything cleaned up, it's time to turn this bad boy on and see if it solved that issue. All right, so here goes nothing. Well, no, hopefully here goes something. Seems silent so far. Yeah, it's gone. And there we go, folks. So, fortunately, in this case, this was able to solve it. Like I said, it's the oil filter that has ended up being collapsed, or there's a tear or something is off about it, right? It could be small, but it's also a pretty small fix as well. Thanks guys for watching. Until next time, drive safely.